And now, First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith.
Hey folks, a warm evening across the valley. Temperatures valley-wide in the 80s right now. 86 in McAllen, 84 in Port Isabel this hour. Raymondville checks in at 83. Not quite sure what's going on up here. Maybe somebody left the door to the freezer open or something up in Falfurrias. It's showing an anomalously cold reading up here. Don't think that's quite right. Your dew points right now in the 70s across the area. 76 in Weslaco. 78 is the dew point in Raymondville. Same thing, Port Isabel. 79 Brownsville. Those are summer-like dew points. Now we'll put the average on the Muggy meter, which is in the 70s, but remember the lower valley is closer to 80 than even that, so we are on the top of the chart. If you go outside in the Eastern Valley tonight, your glasses fog up in a hurry, your car windows fog up in a hurry because it is super humid across much of the area tonight, and that probably won't change. It stays humid overnight tonight, and temperatures are going to bottom out in the mid-70s across the region. About 74 in Rio, about 75 in Brownsville, 78 at the island. Look at tomorrow's highs. I think the western part of the valley gets very hot again, close to 100, while most of Hidalgo County is in the 90s, and then you get into Cameron and Willacy County a little cooler with the island topping out around 88 degrees tomorrow afternoon. The normal high now mid-September is about 92, and we're going to be running above that. Averages 96, 96, and 95. Probably not going to set any records, but certainly warmer than the norm for this time of year. Satellite across the region today did show a few clouds, and we saw a few showers, but not very many. The radar tonight has gone quiet after the evening showers died out, and we'll probably stay quiet the rest of the night, but during the daytime tomorrow with that southeasterly flow, there's enough moisture around for an isolated shower to pop up again during the afternoon tomorrow. We keep going forward into Tuesday. Same kind of thing. Spotty showers mostly in Cameron and Willacy County on the sea breeze. Not a lot of moisture to work with, but spotty stuff could show up. And if you look ahead beyond that, we'll look at another model and show you the same thing. It shows that tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny, a brief shower, but not much more. And that's what we expect to continue the next 2 or 3 days. Just isolated stuff like today during the afternoon. Your rain chances stay relatively small. We go 20, 30, and then mainly dry on Wednesday, implying about a 5 to 10% of the area sees a shower. Take a look at this. The tropics, Jose, Maria, and Lee. Lee a non-factor. We're not going to talk much about Lee tonight, but we'll talk about Jose with 90-mile-per-hour winds. Still forecast to go northward, probably stay off the East Coast, eventually make a bend and make a loop and then begin to fade away. But yet another storm making a circle in the Atlantic. And then there's Maria. At 10:30, we're going to take a closer look at what Maria is going to do compared to Irma. But you can see the winds are 85. And the forecast path again takes us through some of the islands of the Caribbean, near Puerto Rico, right over Puerto Rico, and then beginning that turn to the north by the time we get to the middle part to the end part of the week. We don't think this will be a Gulf storm. We think it'll stay in the Atlantic, probably in the open Atlantic. And oh yes, on the Pacific side, there's a storm that was forecast initially to go right into Cabo, but now that's Norma. Looks like she'll stay off to the west of Cabo and eventually fade away out in the Pacific. So our forecast for tonight calls for just partly to mostly cloudy skies and then clearing out a little later on. 76 for a low with the patchy fog again. Then tomorrow, about a 20% chance for a shower. An isolated thunder shower can't be ruled out, but for the most part, it's a dry day. And we're mainly dry Tuesday and Wednesday. Our chances of rain stand at 20 to 30%. Later in the week, I think the chance of rain might go up a little bit. There's a chance for some more moisture to thicken up. Could see a little bit more action, but even at that, this is not a rainy week by any means. Only isolated showers showing up. That lasts all the way into the weekend. That is your updated First Warn 540.